Today I wanted to talk about colorism and beauty, more specifically in the African American community. Now, I've noticed that there is a preference for fair skin, which appears to be cross-cultural, but in the African American community it has to do with slavery and the myth of white supremacy and black inferiority. Now, it seems like no matter what a dark-skinned girl like myself looks like, she's always considered less attractive than a fair-skinned girl. So as if dark just means that you're ugly. No matter what your facial features actually look like, no matter how, facially attractive you actually are, you're always just going to be considered ugly because you're dark. And even black men think this, and that's problematic because black women feel like we're undesirable just because we're dark. And a lot of times that's why dark-skinned black women date interracially, because they don't want their children to experience the same discrimination that they've experienced. And they feel like black men don't want them. So, why even try? Just spend your time with somebody who does want you. And more importantly, it's psychologically damaging, and it leads to self-hatred. And in the media, the black women that we have that kind of represent us are always fair-skinned. For example, Beyonce, Rihanna, Halle Berry, Nicki Minaj. All these people are the whitest looking black women I've ever seen. It's just not a representative sample. And so many black women in Africa, in the Caribbean, in the Americas, spend so much money on skin bleaching cream just to make their skin a few shades lighter at the risk of getting serious skin damage or skin cancer or like permanent ugly dark spots on their face. And it's just really sad. And if you guys are interested, there was a study conducted in 1940 called the Doll Test. It was conducted by Kenneth and Mamie Clark. They were African American social psychologists. And basically what they did is they rounded up a group of black kids and they asked the black kids to choose between a white doll and a black doll. And I think something like 62% of the kids wanted to play with the white doll. And these kids were black, but they wanted to play with the white doll. And when they asked to give descriptions of the two dolls, they called the white doll good, beautiful, all these positive sort of things. And when they asked to describe the black doll, they said the black doll was ugly and bad and mean. It's just really sad. And the study was replicated again, I think in 2008 or 2009, and the results were a little different, but not much different, which is even scarier. And I think it was televised on CNN or something like this. So I will post a link to that in the description box. It's available on YouTube. Yeah, so I just want you guys to think, beauty is not about skin color. It's about good proportions and symmetry and health. It has nothing to do with skin color. Thank you and goodbye.